Hey guys, Crazy Lazy here. I'm sorry I haven't posted anything and I haven't really done much lately. I have a bunch of terrible habits and today I'm gonna confess to you about them. So I'm Kevin, welcome back, and this video is about the terrible habits I currently harbor in my soul, which is not good. What my terrible habits right now is that, like, right now I'm stuck in like this news media cycle hell, or news notification hell or whatever. Basically it's mostly because of, well, the US president, obviously he's all over the news in all countries, I guess, like the whole world is watching. That's kind of inevitable, but the problem is that that's all I see, and it's really annoying. And then it's always like, I'm gonna go read an article and see what crazy shit he's up to today. But the thing is, like, that doesn't do anything. It not only takes away like personal time, it's very destructive, it's very time consuming, and really doesn't help me in any sense. And it also prevents me from making more content for you guys, which I feel terrible about, which is why I'm making this, I guess, to kind of tell you what are the ways I'm trying to alleviate to move away from this. I mean, after all, I'm only human, so the terrible thing is, like, I also like check my email notifications like almost every 3-5 minutes back then. It was terrible, like Gmail, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, my other email, my third email. I was just like, oh my fucking god. And it's just like, it's not hard for me to access all of those, and like YouTube as well, is because I macro surf the internet, so it's insane. I like hotkey everything, right? So, or well, I use default hotkeys, so then it transfers across like all platforms. If I go to somebody else's house, I could do the same thing. So that's why I don't have personal hotkeys. I always work around like what's already preset and default. Therefore, if I have to move to a different location or do it somewhere else, it'll be much easier to just like simply assimilate and adapt. So basically, so for my Chrome Explorer, for instance, if I wanted to open up YouTube, I would go like Control T once the Explorer is open. But on my keyboard, it's at the bottom at my start bar on the third slot, pinned to the start bar. So it's like Windows key 3, and then it's Control T to open a second tab. And then if I wanted to go back to the original tab that I opened with Windows key 3, it would be like, I would just type U, Y-O-U, and then I hit enter and I'm at YouTube. And then the next tab, I switch back over, so Control Shift Tab, and then I just type F, and then I hit enter and I'm at Facebook. And then I go Control T, and then I go TWI, and then I'm at Twitter. And then if I want Twitch, then I go TWITC, and then I'm at Twitch, like the whole website at where I normally go. And then if I needed to go like down like different results, I just hit the down arrow key and I hit enter as well. So it's a little crazy. I don't think most people like do that. And then like if I could have like 40 windows open in a span of like 30 seconds at like 40 different websites, and it's I don't know, I don't think that's healthy. And then I was just like, I can't consume all this information, it's just pointless. So then it's like, and then I alt tab into like different programs as well, like Black Desert, Fortnite or something, or like editing software, or a TV show or something, or like a video or a stream. And then if I'm not watching it, it's just Control W to close the window. So it's Control W, and then like all of it just like collapses back into like just the one that I was paying attention to. So that's really bad, it's really unhealthy. And on top of that, like being stuck in a social media cycle as well, it's also really bad, because it's just nothing gets done. And I'm not learning anything, I'm not reading any of this for any purpose, and it's not furthering like my agenda into creating more stuff for you guys. So that's also really bad. And basically, like, that I've started detracting away from that bad habit of like this whole social media cycle. I only check it maybe like 3 to 4 times a day now, instead of like 100 to 1,000 times or whatever, like a fucking billion. So that's much better now. So what I've been doing to detract away from it was that I started playing Freecell and Solitaire instead at night, because it's mentally exhausting for me. And then I started like wiping out, instead of like reading stupid articles and getting all amped up over something, or getting like going like, oh good grief kind of thing. But Freecell Solitaire solved that problem pretty strong for sleep, instead of staying up reading crazy articles or watching late shows, which doesn't really help. And then after that cycle's over, I started getting really good at Freecell Solitaire, and then Klondike, Tri-Peaks, Spider, Pyramid, and then I was like, I can't do this anymore, my brain's too tuned to this now. So I'm like, fuck, this doesn't really help anymore. So then I had to figure something else out, right? So then I started actually like playing with a deck of cards, and then I started just randomly shuffling it for no reason, and then I threw that somewhere down here. It's a total mess down here, don't look down. It's okay, you can't look down. And then I started drawing stuff again, which actually got me started getting creative again, because I wanted to make something for the longest time, and it's been put on hold for like forever. And then the second terrible habit was that I don't finish things. So I start so many things, but I end up not finishing it, even on this channel. There's like an episode of like those vlogs that I didn't finish. There was supposed to be 4 episodes, or 5. And 3 and 4 is not out because I'm just a lazy sod. And then there's also Nier that's not done. It's been like months. I'm pretty sure no one's gonna watch it now, but I'm still gonna finish it. I need to finish it because it's bugging me. And there's like FF13 Lightning Returns. I got up to like the end. It's always like 90% complete, and then I just like suddenly stop. I don't know why that happens. It just happens. Obviously the simple answer to that is to just finish it. But for some reason, I like the mind wants to, body is unwilling. It's like I don't know what kind of problem that is. I'm pretty sure that's just some kind of like weird mundane like abnormalcy, and it just doesn't happen. I don't know what the fuck's going on with it. There are like certain other things I'm trying to finish. Like I have a 13-hour grind buff left on Black Desert on my character, because I ran a combat buff for a whole week, and that was an insane amount of grind. And my whole guild is like, how did you grind like 70 hours like throughout the whole week, but then you can't finish off the last 13 for some reason? And I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with me. I'm still trying to figure that out. At some point I'm just gonna turn off the brain, and then it's just gonna go like a robot and complete all of those things, which I'm pretty sure after this video will start happening. And then I haven't streamed for like a bit too because I'm terrible. And then a lot of you wanted Black Desert content. There's like a shit ton of videos I wanted to edit, but then now there's so much, I'm like, what do I do? So that's one of the problems of not finishing things, is that I need to finish things, because then it puts a cap on it, and then I don't have to look back on it, clears my head, and then I can move forward with something, which sounds amazing. It's weird how one can have a self-awareness about this thing, and then I start wandering on my head about like other things based on that fact alone, and I'm just kind of like, I'm like, wow, your brain is capable of 38 trillion thousand calculations per second. Though it's like, you might not believe that, but it's actually true. But then not all of that is devoted into creating thought of like an idea or like or like calculating something. So technically, yes, you can be a madman, like savant genius of the planet that solves the entire world. But to do that, if you devoted all of that processing power of your brain into that, you would immediately die. Because a good majority of those calculations from your brain are spent automated, telling your body to stay alive, tell your heart beating every like fucking minute, second of your life, telling you to breathe, telling your eyes to do all these things, and like your 600 skeletal limbs and muscles and all these other things to like basically operate. It's like, you know, telling you the sensation of when to go take a shit or take a piss or whatever. Or you can fight it as well. That's adding more stress to your brain, going like, yo, it's like, I don't really want to go right now, I want to do these other things. So, you know, hyperactive mind here, it just really doesn't help anything, and that's also where a lot of the things come in. It was a very interesting rabbit hole where I went down after going into that that thought process, but that's generally what happens, is how I get distracted, is that I get interested in random other things, and then things don't end up getting finished. So the other things that I started was some TV shows. I was very late to like certain hypes of like very good shows back in the day, so I was watching Firefly throughout Serenity. I know I watched Serenity when it first came out, but it didn't make too much sense to me because I never watched Firefly at that age. I was busy playing too many games. I think that was about like the time of like Ragnarok Online, so 2002. And then I'm like 15 years late into the hype, and then I watched that, and then a new habit formed where I started researching, like after I finished watching shows now, I researched like the entire background of like all the cast, the plot, how the series came to come about and how it was made, and the director and where they are now and where most of the other actors have gone. And then from there I split off into like the shows that they went into, and then I started watching other things. So I was like heading into like Richard Castle where Nathan Fillion went, and then I went to like Sarah Connor Chronicles where Summer Glau went, and then I noticed that like Lena Headey was also Cersei from Game of Thrones in there, and I was like, whoa. I'm like, this is a weird trip. So I did that, and then I started also like looking into like filming things and trying to make things better. Hopefully I'll eventually get like this kind of stuff better for you guys, because I do want to improve my craft and improve my channel as always. And I've read pretty much all your comments also on YouTube. So that's one of the other things. Sometimes I just don't have anything to say. I read it, and it gets absorbed into me, and then off I go with the rest of my day. So sometimes it makes my day. I've read some hate comments in the past before, and I'm just like, okay, and it's just like, ugh. And then yeah, that's about it. And then I gotta clean up my room, open some things. One of my old-time viewers sent me a GIF. I should open that right now, as he wanted to send me like candy, and I sent them candy. And what the fuck? He sent me it in a box like this. So his taped box, and here's my blade. So this present is from my Latvian potato. That's what I call them. I call it a Latvian potato because I'm sorry guys, but okay. So what do we have here? We have the, I can't even read this, Lima Varuit. I can't. Let's go and focus. Alright, so there's this, and we've also got the Riga Black Balsam Currant, and these are like balls. We've got the Riga Balsam Black Currant. Oh man, why is it going out of focus? Okay, good. Camera, stop behaving poorly. So we've also got the Riga Black Balsam, more black balsams. Balsams. So that's what we got there. And then what have we got here? We've got this here. This is another one. What does this one say? This is so many different kinds. I feel kind of bad now because I only sent them Canadian candies, and I felt kind of weird after. So there's also this. What is this? This is a Lacetus capinitis. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. I swear to God, I just butchered the language. And we've got mix, and we've got the serenade, and we've got Sarkanamagon, Selga Classic. Wait, these are crackers. Wait, there's crackers and chocolate here. I think she was expecting me to make s'mores or something. So burn it all. So I think I showed this one earlier. This is the Violet. Yeah. Oh, and show this one. This one's colorful. The Lacema? Oh, I don't know. I can't read. I'm sorry if I read it wrong. It says the Lacema there. Fuck you, focus. Okay, yeah, Lacema. Alright, good. Alright, so that's quite a lot of candy. Well, this is energy for grinding. Yes. Okay, so, and yeah, so that's well, guys. Oh, there's another thing here. I've got another package that I ordered from Amazon. Let's see what this is. Oh, this is a book. It's nothing really special. It's just Stephen Colbert's Midnight Confessions, because I just wanted something to read and I wanted to laugh myself to sleep. Something to brighten the day. And yeah, that's it. So guys, I'm gonna try and work on some better things and get things completed. Hopefully I will see you in the next video. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Hopefully I'll have a sped up video up schedule for the next little while, and hopefully I'll be able to clean up all the things that I haven't been doing and get things finished. There's a few vlogs I want to finish. There's a different vlog I want to show you guys because I went somewhere for about 5 days. I didn't really tell much of anybody. Few of you have saw it on my Twitter feeds. I was on top of a mountain. I was living off like the edge of a cliff somewhere almost, and it just oversaw like 6 lakes in my vicinity, and it was in the middle of nowhere. Literally at nighttime it was like pure darkness and you would not hear anything. It's just darkness, and you look outside the windows, it's just black. It was actually pretty scary, but at the same time it was so quiet. I could hear my heartbeat when I was sleeping. That's how quiet it was. I couldn't even hear crickets. It was so quiet. I was like, this is weird. But anyways, I'll show you guys that soon, and thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye for now.